hi, it's Opie and PanAnning. Welcome you back to Let's Badly Dub Phoenix Wright. This is the final trial for case 4. Should be a very.
Yes,
This is gonna be a pretty
it's
lengthy
totally the
episode.
final trial.
It is.
Period.
Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Speaking of periods, what's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anywho, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope my car doesn't push him too hard.
Oh! What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back.
Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge.
Right. Good idea.
That can be taken out of context too. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth.
Good morning.
How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, we captured our runaway caretaker. And just about a minute took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be really tired. Actually, after that shock, I got the way in. I feel pretty good. Yogi says we've forgotten his own name, but that's gotta be a lie. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh, time to do my usual. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready.
Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood.
Come on, don't be awed into the silence of every little thing he says. Come on, Judge, pay attention to me for once. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement.
Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's effort, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was a murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness to the courtroom.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
Yeah, I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday. I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I wanted to buy some food for Polly, you see. I figured I got nothing to do with this innocent anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands. This is like his 4th different voice. Or 5th different. I don't remember what we sounded like.
That was about it.
Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yana Yogi. You're Yana Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. not gonna be easy, Phoenix. It is not.
No, it won't.
Ah. But you do. You really do. Hold it. You lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yeah, seems like it. Slam. Then how can you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. Of course.
The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of what he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old cogger's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
Alright, press here. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be this same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over, and you've been calling the witness' memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case, and no motive. Slam. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Mr. Wright, this is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. He's secretly Gregory
It's
Edgeworth.
Gregory Edgeworth. He's back from the dead.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi. That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. I thought the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Slam. Your Honor. If this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has clear motive. Shit.
Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now. Then I got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. See, that makes sense. Huh?
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
What? Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with this stuff. Yep. What? Yogi, you sneak! You burned your fingerprints to hide your past. Well, since this is no fingerprints, I guess we'll may not be able to prove his identity. No!
Well, what will you do now, Mr. Wright? Hmm? It seems that the case has been decided, no?
No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way.
There is no one who can testify as who this witness is. No one!
Nick, what are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do?
Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine the pirate for a little comic relief, huh?
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine the parent.
What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to.
Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up?
On his proposal?
Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order. Well, what do you think of Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object.
Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have the right to do as you suggested.
Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready to order consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Yes, I'm doing it. The parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor.
This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
Mr. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's awesome. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! This is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Oh no.
Hello, Squawk. Well, everyone, how did you like my performance?
Oh my god. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination. Right.
What are you going to do, Nick?
I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Shit. Slam.
I love this.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right. What should I say?
Remember, 2 days ago.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk, don't forget DL6. Squawk.
I can get Polly to say that here. That will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Hello, Squawk.
That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot.
Hello, hello, Squawk.
Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it.
This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it?
Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Wait, don't tell me Von Kummer expected this. He couldn't have restrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything?
Yes, yes, he did.
I'm not reading this again. Yeah, let's how about the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe.
Huh? The safe? Why?
Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Bully, what was the number of the safe in the shack?
1228. 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you are claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does.
Actually, it does.
Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
It's the DL6 file. It was, right here.
The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in the file is something relating to that safe number? Hold on a sec.
I think it's the summary, if I remember.
Hold on a minute. I really didn't take a look into this yet. Yeah,
Yeah,
the case
it's
summary.
it's
right
a
here.
case summary.
Right. You're right. I'm glad I have you as an assistant. Case
You're
summary.
welcome.
Thank you, Sparrowson. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically, the date on when which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah! He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important was that date was to him. I see. It is certainly an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Pah! This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing.
Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We will need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what? Very well, witness. You may continue.
Hello, hello, Squawk.
God,
I just wanted to say it.
it's so good. What is your name? Maybe she could have saying her name.
Bully, what's your name?
Bully, Squawk.
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that the parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Yes.
Of course it does.
Yes, it does.
Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove the owner's identity? Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yeti Yogi. All we have to do is to tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot names reveals the caretaker's identity is...
Once again,
Yes.
actually, it would have made sense to do this one before the safe number, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's in the suspect data, if I remember right. Yeah, exactly.
Jenkins. There you go. So yeah. The DL6 case file.
That's quite a large file you have there. Which pages this proof on them? Show us or stop wasting our time.
Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us the page. And this file is the information connected to the parent's name. Suspect data. Or victim data.
No, it's suspect.
Is it?
It's suspect.
It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed. It does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly! Exactly, Your Honor. He remembered the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. Slam. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible.
A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old.
Enough. I think we've reached the conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems a little more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker at the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name.
Wait! This witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay. I have accomplished what I've wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, it looks totally different.
This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served a bailiff in this very court. Order! Yanni Yogi! So it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death. Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said, I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I've lost everything. I've lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. And then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Well, on karma, when is Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant Miles Edgeworth is...
Innocent. In this case, at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case, so I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yay, confetti. That is all. The court is adjourned. That's what you think. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all.
It's gone.
As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick! Edward is trying to confess! He's going to say he's guilty! He's going to tell them he was the murderer on the DL6 incident! He's going to tell them he killed his own dad!
Uh-oh, what do I do? Leave it to Edgeworth.
Yeah,
Sounds like a new hit sitcom. Leave it to Edgeworth.
you can do that. There's no real point in raising an objection because it's gonna proceed the same way either way.
I'll raise an objection. The judgment has already been passed. I adjust to Mr. Edgeworth's
Did something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth.
He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Damn it.
For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know. It wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for DL6, statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me.
Order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent and is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Blah! It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
Oh man,
Oh shit.
here comes the shit on the fan. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your efforts.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe you, pal. I mean, you killed your dad.
I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy. Just crazy.
Huh? Nick? What are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I'm just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case? For what?
Huh? Is it an obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Miss Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare.
What?
It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tie in your belts and hold on to your toilet seats. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me.
Right.
Alright. Get back to the courtroom. And I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitation on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. On karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct?
It is correct.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That would be the key. But only if I can get it to work.
Please, please.
DL6 incident.
That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
Folks. And until now you had thought this memory was a dream.
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Pah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. I already know where this is going. I got this. No.
Go for it.
No.
I don't remember if you have to press something first, though.
No, I don't think there's any necessary. Right here. This is what I'm thinking about. If I can click it.
Yeah. Murder weapon was fired
It was
twice.
fired
Yeah,
twice.
victim data.
Right. But he said there was a single gunshot, so yeah. Objection.
Yep.
Are you sure you only heard one gunshot?
Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came.
I see. But that doesn't make any sense. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony?
Victim data.
Yeah, was
Look at the
victim
victim
data.
data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired in that second shot?
Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired that day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, Boy, at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Yes. Slam. Your Honor,
There is actually proof.
I think I will be able to show you your proof.
What? Impossible.
Now, Mr. Von Commer, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to the incident? Is that,
Let's take a look at the photo of the DL6 incident.
Take that. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at this photograph.
Again. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying here is Gregory Edgeworth. This proof the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. I said twice. In a different way. This photo proves it. So, let me get this straight. The photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Damn. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. Up here.
Yeah.
Slam. It should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Slam. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by the shot from the pistol. Yet there's also a bullet hole in this elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the other hit at the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary.
The case summary? That's on page 1.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Order! I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. The murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Commer says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick? Aren't you raising an objection?
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick?
The second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjecture conjectures were for nothing.
No! But you said you'd do it, Nick! You said your documents were declared innocent!
I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing on my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your own father, though that was not your intention.
Yes, I did.
Oh no! He's confessing.
Very well. The statute of limitations on this murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on this defendant today, right here.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I should know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? Your Honor? I object.
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Nick?
I don't know. This case is perfect.
Oh no!
Grr. It must exist. A second bullet. What did you just say?
Nothing!
A second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers for Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it exists. What? But we just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took it for the second bullet. Why would he? Huh? First of all, how would he have found it? It's not easy to find a straight bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? The murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? Well, what do you mean? Well, for instance. For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right here. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's what really happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot, and he left with the second bullet still inside, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes. I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yana Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murder came from the outside, yes?
Oh man.
We're getting somewhere with this. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved in the incident was wounded. There was no murder.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident? He's right. I can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick!
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy?
Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
How?
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karl. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for him. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take a vacation because of shock,
But took it because he was injured.
which would mean
It could only mean one thing.
he was a murderer in the DL6 incident?
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. That's
He
funny.
was Von Karma!
Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the impossibility that the murder came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Save it for a better time. Say it now. Slam, Your Honor. There is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma.
Von Karma?
You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? Sitting right there?
Bah!
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection?
Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me, having testified.
Nick, let's find out who his doctor is.
It's no use.
Edgeworth.
Take this. I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness.
Is that perfect?
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull a bullet all by himself? That's insane!
No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out by yourself. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
Well, Mr. Wright? Can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Show evidence. Alright, Val Carmen. I'll prove it, and I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much.
What?
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is...
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe.
Thank you, Detective Gumshoe. Take that. Von Karma is perfect. He would have risked surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then, I asked, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's only one way to find out. Slam, we can use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find.
I refuse!
You refuse? But refusing this means you've acknowledged that the bullet is still inside you. Order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we will be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial! This is an invasion of privacy!
Objection. The statute of limitations runs out in this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit to yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Checking. Yup. He reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet! Mr. Von Karma.
You! It was you!
I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the else. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6.
But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is you who must prove something here, Mr. Wright. Not I.
Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence.
That's because you took it out of the court records room yesterday.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
What?
You were close. One day away from freedom. You see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would have dug your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. Slam. And here's my final proof.
And it actually is the final proof.
Oh yeah. That's a bullet?
Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with the ballistic markings intact.
Ballistic markings.
You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from the gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. The bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets, and if the markings matched, we will know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. And we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma?
That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know.
Help! I can't breathe!
Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier.
Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Stop breathing my air! Get away! Get away from my father!
It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. But Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma?
Edgeworth! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me!
So, it was you.
You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record! And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade! I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! Death! Mr. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry.
On Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out in the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button and nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay on my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge,
What?
what are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears we have come a very long way to the end of the space. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
you were innocent. You were innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty.
Yay! Confetti's for real this time!
Yay. That is all. The court is adjourned. Right on the 1 hour mark.
Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? One Carlo looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close though. I was sure we had it.
I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory.
So it's finally over, Edgeworth.
Right.
Yeah?
I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try. Thank you.
I see. Thank you, Wright.
You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edward.
Dear. Ooh. Amazing, Belle. You pulled out fruit just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you £1. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares?
See, Mr. Edward? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see. Whoop! I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded.
Hey, y'all!
Oh, God.
Lana!
Y'all were great in there!
Thank you.
You, Edward, congrats!
Thank y'all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your head in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Yeah, well, let bygone be bygone, huh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lana?
Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? Oh, that's too bad.
Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Find the sad face, Larry. What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Beyonce. She going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Larry.
He's pulling a Setsuna.
God damn, you would make that reference now. The LP is not even out and you're making that reference. Yo, Edgy, there you are.
Yes, here I am.
Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration.
Celebration? That's unusual from you.
Harry Buds, you come along tonight to my treat, pal. Thanks. I look forward to it. Yo, that's the suit. They questioned me. When he says treat, that means that's not released off from prison for right. I think you'll be fine, Larry.
Right.
Yeah, what's up?
That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it.
Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money to celebrate sometimes.
It's $38, right?
Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not like a little. It's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly?
Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
$38? No. No, Larry, it was you!
What are you so surprised about, right?
Huh?
Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect.
What?
Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored. He came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history.
That was never good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you?
I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember?
Yeah, too well.
Right. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I know.
Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out.
Well, this is sure an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me.
No, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Was you saying the statute of limitation has run out, Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did.
Well, I'd say I'd call you a goody two-shoes to the extreme.
Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I only known, I could have become a prosecutor.
The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all.
Edgeworth.
Want to switch, right?
Hey y'all, listen up. I'll take a photo.
Hey, photo time. Let's go.
And after that, dinner's on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, although Edgeworth was still in detention. December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Ranco Law Offices.
What a familiar picture.
Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. I'm drunk. My head hurts.
No, he's not drunk. He's hungover. There's a difference.
I know. Oh, it's still only 5 in the morning. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? We just got a letter. We just got a letter.
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday.
Oh, was I? Well,
Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't stay to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
goodbye? What time is it? Gah, the first trains to leave for the mountains have already left. To the station! Oh look, it's my Sunday Let's Play. I guess I'm too late. Hey!
Nick!
Maya! So you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it. Wait.
What?
I never could have saved Edge without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard Mia's voice.
You weren't my sister?
Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in the daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence that you're up. The bullets, of course.
A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you're the one who rescued the last piece of evidence that we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Thanks, Maya. I could have not done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that.
So, bye.
Bye. Deuces.
Thanks, Nick.
And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. The same old crazy cast of characters.
Ha! Don't think you graduated yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, we got a bad feeling about this. Objection!
And credits.
Yay! Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise.
Whoop! Detective Gumshoe!
Then he hung his head low and went right back to outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh?
So yeah, credits in the Ace Attorney games usually are like that.
After
You see a return of all the familiar.
I haven't seen her lately. Who, me? I've been working at Cheese Shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah.
Of course.
Getting that cheese.
Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. He's grateful.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Mr. Payne.
Good old Pain.
Memories. Oh,
Pain in the butt. Phoenix, right? Oh, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yeah. Oh, you should know, I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be passed by the area, please stop by.
yeah, will do. Gatewater Hotel. Murder Manor.
Oh, it's you. Phoenix, right? Oh, yes, me as understudy, was it not? I wonder how he's doing. I hasn't seen him yet. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see?
No, that's not. Talk about your young days. Back in my day. Oh, God.
Phoenix, right? He an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know?
God damn it. God. No, I'm pretty sure Cody's coming up here. Oh no,
I'm pleased to announce the princess is a hit. I sure owe Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know.
He's ruined the kid's dreams, alright. Oh, boo. And already this video's been flagged. Oh, hi.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some pink princess trading card. She says he can buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway?
Up in the damn mountains. She's an old mountain girl. Oh, god.
Right? Who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright! But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Eh, what a dog! Was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age.
Boing. Oh boy. Oh, you.
Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy, huh? Me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real! Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous.
Oh no. Yeah,
There's the
ghost.
picture in question.
Yeah.
And indeed,
There's
Mia's also there.
Here's Mia. Oh, Mia, I miss you in your exhibits A and B. Lots of books and knowledge. Hold it. God damn it.
Oh boy.
I am not looking forward to this fucking case. I'm not looking forward to it at all. But yeah.
Yeah, I think we're both of the same. We both think the same thing.
It's gonna be a
That's why we've been saying, yep, this is totally the final trial. Yep.
Yep. We're not paying attention to this trial. We're going to something else. Thus ends the end of this Let's Play. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next project, whatever that will be. See you guys then.
Bye.